Good morning, good morning, good morning. First and foremost, I do not own the rights to this music. All right. But I want to welcome you guys to another episode of More Than a Sport, Inspirational TV. I'm your host, Abdul Rahim Laquan Orr Sr., aka Arlo. Got a little bit of mega melody going on right now by Zapp and Roger. Old school. Little music to get your bones, loosen up, feeling a little good, get the energy flowing. You know what I'm saying? But welcome again, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, guys, man, I want to take this time out today and just send a message out there to my student athletes out there. Even my professional guys out there, you guys were once student athletes, and right now, athletically, none of us have the ability to really go out there and display our skills. Even me as a retired athlete, I couldn't go out there and display my skills because there's no sports going on right now. And at some point, for every athlete, it all comes to an end. Trust me, it all comes, even the Hall of Famers, the greatest of the greatest, it all came to an end one day, right? So knowing that that's going to happen, right? We'll talk about that later, but knowing that's going to happen, we got to definitely make sure, guys, that we're staying focused in on the student part. Make sure that we're always learning, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's learning about our craft. We're always taking this opportunity to learn. We're always taking the necessary steps to help us move forward. And I just wanted to come and share some tips with some of you guys. As everyone know, I played football. That was my, I don't want to say claim to fame because I don't like the word fame. I didn't play football to become famous in no way, shape, or form. If you know my story, you know that I had a child very, very early, and my only purpose, really, for playing sports was just to figure out a way to feed this little girl, who was my everything. And sports helped me do that, and also helped me to create other avenues for myself. One of these avenues is feeling comfortable talking to you guys in this camera, as I always mention. But thank you guys for the opportunity. But let's get into it. My student athletes, right? So in particular, football, right? So what are some of the things that a student athlete can do right now to kind of, weather the time that's going on, to utilize his or her time and to become better, to move you forward, to help move you forward, right? So some of the things, I wrote down some tips, right? So as you play football, right, take this time to work on certain things, right? Every athlete before the start of a play, every football player before the start of every play have what's called a stance, right? You don't need an opponent in front of you to work on your stance, right? So that's one of the things that a student athlete can do. In particular, again, football. I keep saying student athletes, but in particular, football player. So one of the things that a football player can do is work on your stance. That's one of the things you can do, right? The next thing you do is watch film on your opponent. Watch film on yourself. If you have a person that you idol, like Lawrence Taylor was the world to me. If you said Lawrence Taylor, even to this day, you say LT, I'm on it. I just love everything about LT. I love how he played the game. I love how he just played with reckless abandonment. Everything about him in playing football, and the fact that he played for my team, the Giants, that I grew up as a fan of, and I had the opportunity to suit up and wear that uniform. Everything about Lawrence Taylor was everything for me. So I'll be lying if I told you guys I took advantage of watching film and doing all those things and trying to mimic everything LT did. I did not take advantage of that, which is why I'm telling you guys it's important for you guys to take advantage of things like watching film of your person who you idol, and wanted to be just like. So, and watching film on yourself and seeing your own mistakes and you being your worst critic and correcting your own mistakes is another great step in the right direction. And then also, getting a jump on your opponent. We still have access to the internet, so you can go on your schedule for the upcoming season and see who you guys are going to be playing, and go on the roster and see who's returning from last year and get their jersey number and information. And you can start to research that young man or that young lady, and you can kind of get some tips on some of the things that they do, because man is a creature of habit. You know, one of the hardest things that we do as humans is we struggle trying to cut the switch on and off. Now, you got some people who can cut it on and cut it off at any given moment, right? But we all not equipped with that skill to be able to do that. So watching film and picking up on your opponent's habits, which a lot of those habits can be bad, that's a good tip for you, and it's going to help you to be successful long term. Another thing was that I failed to take advantage of as a professional in particular was paying attention to my playbook. Knowing my playbook, knowing all the adjustments, knowing all the audibles, and knowing all the, all the switches and the changes that's going on by just the movement of a man. Like, we need to know our playbook in and out so that we can think less and play a lot harder and play a lot more freely on the football field, on the basketball court, on the baseball diamond, on the wrestling mat, et cetera, et cetera. All right. So, excuse me, that is not Corona. But if you guys, for my football players, for you guys to take those tips and to work on those things, it's helping you to become a better athlete. And as far as being a student athlete, brushing up on some of the skills academically. I know a lot of you guys in college and high school, middle school, etc. A lot of us is out of work right now. I'm an educator, so we're out of work, and you guys are out of school, and we have to constantly do things to keep ourselves honed in on our skills. So a lot of things that I do, like I said, you guys, I like to read. I like to do all these type of things that's going to help me to become better daily. And I'm going to give that advice to you guys. Pick up that math book and take 45 minutes to an hour and just go with your last module that you worked on while you were in school. Get a book and read it, a history book or just a book, nonfiction or fiction, whatever it may be. Get a book and read it so that you keep your reading skills up. Start writing, learning how to put your thoughts out there. Writing is a very good skill, and it's a very great way to communicate. So start utilizing those three things to help you to become better, not only as a student athlete, but as a person. So that's my tip for you guys today. And most importantly, begin to work on the end game now. If they were to shut sports down forever, what would be your turn to right now? What would be something that you can do to help you to sustain and live the same lifestyle that you currently are living as an athlete? You see what I'm saying? So start to work on that end game. If you guys need any help with this, please feel free to leave a comment below. Please feel free to reach out to me on direct message. And you can also email me at Arlo, ARLO, at morethanAsport.com. And you can email me, and I'll be glad to share some tips with you on some of the things that I'm doing, or some of the things, if I could possibly help you and give you, inspire you, and mentor you on some things. I would love to do that as well. And it's an opportunity for you guys to kind of just, get some insight if you're looking for that in particular. But I just want to let you guys know that, these are some great times for us to become great in another realm. The football field or the basketball court or the baseball diamond, et cetera, does not define who we are. But the things that we do off the field is what give us a success on the field. All right. And that's why it's always more than a sport, because it's always going to take the things outside of the sport that's going to make you a great person. Trust me, I'm living proof of that. Once again, I am your host for More Than a Sport Motivational TV, Abdul Rahim Laquan Orr. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Stay safe and look forward to seeing you guys next episode. Have a good one.